France 24, 17th of November 2023, Maldives to install new leader with a preference for China. The Maldives is a clear example of how Indian policy has failed to protect a country under Chinese corruption and false promises, as the leader backed by China assumes. In September, 45-year-old Mohamed Muizzu was chosen to stand in for a pro-China predecessor imprisoned for corruption. He will take the oath of office in the crowded island capital of Maldives at Republic Square Park. According to a representative for the organization, the People's Majlis, or parliament hosting the inauguration, is expecting high-level representation from Bangladesh, the Seychelles, Sri Lanka, and China. With its immaculate white beaches and private resorts, the Maldives is well known as one of South Asia's most costly vacation spots. It has also grown to be a significant geopolitical hub. The nation's chain of 1,192 small coral islands stretches around 800 kilometers, 500 miles, across the equator and traverses global east-west shipping routes. As a special envoy of President Xi Jinping, China will be represented by State Councillor Shen Yiqin. In 2014, during the administration of Muizzu's mentor, Abdullah Yameen, Jinping traveled to the Maldives. Days had passed since the Maldivian media had stated that India's President Draupadi Murmu was scheduled to visit. However, New Delhi later confirmed that Minister of Earth Sciences Kiran Rijiju would be there in her place. Although Muizzu told AFP earlier this week that his goal was not to upset the balance in the region by replacing the Indian forces with Chinese troops, he has vowed to follow through on his election promise to send home Indian troops who flew Indian relief planes to take people to hospitals in an emergency. Too little to get tangled in. According to the president-elect, Maldives is too small to be entangled in geopolitical rivalry. In an interview, "I am not very interested in engaging the Maldivian foreign policy in this." A year ago, Muizzu, then the mayor of Maldives, informed the Chinese Communist Party that if his Progressive Party won the 2023 elections, he would like closer ties with Beijing. Muizzu stated, "We look forward to President Yameen leading us when we return to government in 2023 to write a new chapter of strong ties between our two countries, both domestically and internationally." Yameen's criminal conviction and 11-year jail sentence for corruption prevented him from participating in this year's election. He proposed Muizzu as his stand-in. "We will work with all the countries, India, China and all other countries as well." British-educated civil engineer Muizzu has tried to strike a middle ground between China and India, two competing nations in the region. "We are going to work together with all the countries, India, China and all other countries as well," he stated to AFP. To operate 3 aircraft that were given to the Maldives to monitor its extensive maritime domain and offer hospital airlift capacity, Muizzu stated that he planned to start negotiations with New Delhi regarding the evacuation of an estimated 50 to 75 Indian military personnel. The Maldives, home to over 380,000 Sunni Muslims, have long been seen as falling into India's sphere of influence. Beijing's growing influence, however, alarmed New Delhi during Yameen's presidency, when he borrowed extensively from China for building projects. India has a lengthy history of involvement in the Maldives, going back to 1988 when it sent forces there to put down a coup attempt that China sponsored. Muizzu, however, confronts an even more formidable obstacle. His country is among those most endangered by the rise in sea level brought on by climate change. Less than 1 meter, 3 feet, is above sea level in 80% of the Maldives.